Why I Don't Like Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh.
Salamat everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of Art Thought Question Dot, where we talk about art, books, films, and all thoughts that cross my mind but don't seem to have a place anywhere else. So here I am sharing them with you. Every last week of the month, we will dive into a new topic, and today we are starting with one of the most famous paintings in the world, Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. You have probably seen this painting before. In fact, at some point in your life, you might have even considered it one of your favorites. And if you stop a random person on the street and ask them to name their favorite piece of modern art, chances are high that they will probably say Starry Night. But why? Have you ever stopped to think about why? Why Starry Night? Why is it everywhere on mugs, jewelry, phone cases, cafes' walls, tote bags, hoodies, even shower curtains? I mean, there are people out there making money out of this painting every single day. And here's the thing, if Vincent van Gogh were alive today, I have a strong feeling he would absolutely hate all of this. Because when he painted Starry Night, he was struggling, deeply troubled, and in his last years of his life. He died penniless, believing that this very painting was a work of failure, not even worth a penny, and yet, now it's one of the most celebrated works of art in history. So, what changed? What turned the painting its own artist dismissed and not even left it with any signature on it, into one of the most recognizable artworks in modern world? To answer this, we will take a look at one of the most common things people say when they talk about art. I don't know much about art, but I know what I like. Actually, this statement has two sides. On one hand, it's great. People are engaging with art even if they don't fully understand it. It's a starting point, an entry into the world of creativity and expression. But on the other hand, it reveals something else. People don't always care to understand art beyond its surface. They gravitate toward pieces that are easy to digest, artworks that immediately fit into their perception of beauty or meaning without needing to deeper exploration. And that's exactly what happened with Starry Night. People loved it because they have seen it over and over again. It's familiar to them. It doesn't require much thought. And at some point, they heard Van Gogh's tragic story, how he painted it from the window of his room in an asylum after cutting off his ear, and they attached that drama to the painting itself. Because humans are naturally drawn to stories, especially tragic ones. We love connecting dots, finding deeper meanings, and turning history into something romantic and poetic. The Starry Night became famous not just because of its beauty, but because of the narrative surrounding it. And that makes me wonder, would Starry Night still be famous if there were no tragic backstory? Would people care as much about it if it weren't tied to Van Gogh's suffering? Would it be considered his greatest masterpiece or even one of the most important works of modern art? I don't have the answers, but I do believe that if people look beyond Starry Night, they would discover even more of Van Gogh's work. Paintings that, in my opinion, deserve as much, if not more, recognition. Starry Night is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's not my favorite. I don't like it, but I appreciate it. And that's the point I want to leave you with. Look deeper and go beyond what your mind is used to. And when you do, you will start seeing things from an entirely new perspective. The beauty of art and of life, of course, is often hidden beneath the surface, waiting for those willing to search for it. Because when you really look at Starry Night, it's not just a painting of a night sky, you know? It's a conflict between the vast, endless universe and the small, quiet human world beneath it. The village in the painting is still and peaceful. Its people asleep, while above them the sky is alive, restless, and ever-moving. It's as if Van Gogh was trying to say that the world never stops, that nature is wild and tamed and infinite. And yet we humans rarely pay attention. We see ourselves at the center of everything when, in reality, we are Actually, so small. And then there is the tree in the foreground, the only object that reaches from the earth to the sky. That tree is the cypress, a symbol of death in many cultures, often found in cemeteries. Could it have been Van Gogh's premonition of his own fate? Was he unknowingly painting his journey from life to the afterlife? We will never know for sure. What we do know is that just over a year after painting Starry Night, Van Gogh died, alone suffering and believing he had failed. His last words were, "La tristesse durera toujours." The sadness will last forever. And with that, I'll leave you with my own closing thought. May your thoughts be vast, your books endless, and your curiosity insatiable. Keep reading, keep questioning, keep creating, because the search for meaning never truly ends, and that's the beauty of it. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and until next time.